I rise to commend the Regulating Private Pool and Spa Safety Report of February 2023. And in doing so, I say that I know how important pool safety is. This report was produced by the Victorian Auditor-General's Office, and it examined the Council's ability to implement private pool and spa safety barrier regulations. They specifically looked at the Greater City of Bendigo, Frankston City Council, Melton City Council, Mornington Peninsula Shire Council and the Surf Coast Shire Council. They also surveyed all 79 Victorian councils. This report considers pool regulations. It identifies the issues as well as providing recommendations to prevent young people from drowning. President, I know how important pool safety is. Between January 2000 and May 2019, 27 young children had lost their lives, tragically cut short in private pools and spas. In 20 of these cases, the barrier did not meet the safety standards. As a former union official, I know the importance of OH&S, and as a dad, a father, I know this even more. Councils are responsible for implementing regulations to reduce the risk of this happening. At present, safety barriers are the key to saving lives. Current regulations, pools owners of Victoria have these barriers that meet all the safety standards. The date of the pool's construction determines which safety standard applies. Owners are required to organise and expect to check if their barriers meet the safety standards every 4 years. When barriers meet safety standards, the inspector will issue a certificate for the owner to submit to council. For those who have barriers that don't meet the standard, the inspector can issue a non-compliance certificate to the council and give the owner a written notice to fix it. The registration of pools is the Andrews government's reform, so it is great to know that the government takes these matters seriously. The challenge for any new reform is not just creating the laws, but getting everyone involved to recognise how important they are, take them seriously and do their part, and this is the challenge. This starts with pool owners. Make sure that you take the right steps to register your pool. Currently, 13% of pools, which equate to 26,068 pools, are unregistered. If you own a pool, there is no excuse for this. Get your pool registered. If you don't, then you risk a fine, and you would only have yourself to blame. This report also highlights councils do not know if all pool barriers meet the safety standards, as there is a backlog of registrations and certificates some councils are struggling to respond to in a timely way. Some of these problems arise from councils not being provided with the correct information around construction dates, or the compliance of the certificate is incomplete. This backlog is easier to manage when councils are provided with the right documentation. So pool owners should make sure to take the extra time to provide the correct information when registering their pools. Pool builders and building surveyors need to help their customers by explaining the requirements and making sure they provide the documentation required in a form that enables easy registration. And pool builders, where a previous customer is chasing you to get the information so they can register their pool, be helpful, because this is about saving lives. Any new program is challenging, and with pool registrations, there are different challenges with existing pools than there are with new pools, which is a more straightforward process. No doubt, there may need to be some refinements on the program around registration, compliance and enforcement, which is why the reports such as these are so helpful in identifying the challenges and implementing an improved process. But we can't lose sight of what is at stake here, and that is saving lives. 27 young children drowning in 8 months is astounding. So it is now incumbent on everyone, the government, councils, pool owners and pool builders, to take note of the challenges in this report and work together to improve the process. I commend the work that our government has done to reduce the drownings across the state, including the Unsinkable Guy campaign, which featured on TV, radio, digital and social media platforms to highlight several dangers that have led to the drownings. I commend the work of the Minister for Emergency Services, Jacqueline Symes, who has launched a new Victoria water safety strategy, which aims to encourage people to safely enjoy activities in and around the water and to drive drownings down to zero. I thank the Victorian Auditor-General's Office for their work. Thank you.
Ms Copsey.